Hello and welcome to a non-electronic version of the Radio Mechanic, brought to you from Thailand. And today we're going to visit a very unique structure here in Thailand that I knew nothing about. And I'm going to have a native Thai speaker tell you the name. What's the name?
What? Nakhon.
You forget. She forgets. Anyway, when we get up here, I'll have her tell you the name. Now, for those of you who have traveled Asia extensively in Thailand, you're familiar with the infrastructure, the wiring, the plumbing, the misfitting doors. I am going to show you one of the wonders of Thailand and show you that there are true Thai craftsmen and artisans. This is one of the most amazing buildings I've ever seen in my life. And we get a little bit closer, I'll start bringing out some. Do you remember the name?
Wat Khao Wan Chai Nawalat.
And that is here on Google Maps. If you come to this location, note there are two temples on this hill. We are in Pak Chong, Thailand, about 2 hours outside of Bangkok. P-A-K space C-H-O-N-G. And this structure, from all outward appearances, is made out of wood. But that would be an incorrect assumption. Everything here is sandstone. And it's apparent when you put your hand on it how cool everything is, but looking closely, the detail and the craftsmanship is just spectacular on this. But for all the world, from 10 feet away, you would think you were looking at a wooden structure. That includes the tiles on the ground, all the balusters. Normally there's water flowing out of these lotus-like structures. They were on yesterday when we were here, but I didn't have the camera. The water's clean. This whole facility is immaculate and just a testament to Thai craftsmanship. I mean, they can do it when they want to. And you look at this detail and it's all jointed just like you would do wood. It's absolutely incredible. And we'll slowly go inside. Now, I apologize, this is not a Steadicam. This is a 20-something-year-old Canon that I brought along with me. Normally this sits on the bench and I don't have to worry about Steadicam. But the interior of this structure is just breathtaking. Everywhere you look, of course there are some details, you know, this is a wooden piece, but all of the columns, all of the balusters, all of the railings, all of the carvings, all sandstone. And you would swear you were looking at a wooden structure. The joints are incredible. When you slide your hand over where these are joined, you can't even feel the seam. It's just one smooth surface between all of these individual pieces. Absolutely spectacular. And I hope I'm not swinging the camera around too quickly in my excitement to look around. There were craftsmen here yesterday doing some repair work on the floor, and they were just a joy to watch. I wish I'd had my camera with me. I'm going to take you upstairs in the structure. I've been coming to Asia since 1970. 1970, I spent 11 months in Thailand with the US Army, and then 9 months in Korea, and a handful of years after I got out of the service, I joined up with a company called Laurier. that made the back-end semiconductor equipment, and they sent me back to Thailand and all over Southeast Asia, Asia, Europe. So I spent close to 40 years, give or take. Actually, if you count my time in the Army, I've been coming to Asia well over 50 years, and this is the single most impressive structure I have seen in all of my travels anywhere. I am going to take you upstairs and show you the doors and the window shutters, but it just boggles the mind that every piece you see in here, these columns, from top to bottom, there's one piece of sandstone, and then it is jointed in here in the corners. Incredible. This hand railing, sandstone. And right up until you put your hand on it, in some places you're not convinced it isn't wood, but as soon as you touch it and you feel the cool surface, you know you're touching stone. A maintenance room, maintenance door, I imagine probably part of the pump house. No, it's looks like pool cleaning equipment, so that's for cleaning the pool area. Oh, and the water just turned on. I believe it's on a timer, because yesterday it went off and on periodically. Just spectacular. Oh, too much sunlight in the lens. I can see the purple lines. There, I got rid of them. Okay, I'm going to head upstairs and show you the architecture up there. And again, I'm walking as slowly as and as steadily as I can. And that young lady right here on her phone as usual. We're gonna go up these stairs and inside here. These doors have to weigh thousands of pounds. They're well over 6 inches thick. Look at the door handle. That's sandstone. That is not wood. Now I'm just going to use one finger. Oh, maybe I'm not. There, had to get it going. But these doors swing slowly open. I want to get a picture of one that's not into the sunlight here. It looks like all inlaid wood. But that is all sandstone. The doors all have dust and wind seals on them. Inset on this one. I'm not sure. There we go. The lighting's better now. But over here, you'll get a better idea of the thickness of this door. There's my hand against the door. And yet, once I start it moving, it moves slowly and smoothly on its hinges. Just an incredible piece of workmanship. It's tough to shoot against the brightly lit sky. But again, these shutters are over 4 inches thick, solid stained stone. and they look like, you know, an inlaid panel of wood. And if I release this catch, these swing freely on their hinges. Just an incredible piece of workmanship. Now I've done it. I'm trying to do this one-handed. See if I can, there we go. Now the latch is back in. So if you get a chance, you're in the Pak Chong area. Now Pak Chong is right up against Khao Yai National Park. And I'll highlight that on Google Maps for you here as well. There's a couple of spectacular hikes in Khao Yai where you can go in about 1.5 miles on a footpath, and they've got this huge viewing. It's like a little house on stilts, and you can climb up there, and there's bench seats all the way around. And if they say if you get there early in the morning, the fields are full of deer and wild animals. But again, you'd think you were looking at wood. I think it's entirely sandstone. It even has, in places, a rough-looking grain. Now that's smooth to the touch, but it looks like wood. It looks like the end grain of wood. And another view of the water feature down below. Just surrounds this building. Whoop. I didn't mean to hit the zoom button. Haven't used this camera outside in a while. Sorry about that, guys. Trying to pay attention to my footing so I don't step off of one of the staircases while I'm showing you around here. I've never heard of this place before. We're the only tourists I've seen up here. You would think a lot of people would be aware of this and visiting. And normally there's a couple of donation boxes. Oh, I do see one. I am going to drop some money in the donation box here. Hang with me. We're going to put some money in the donation box and contribute to the upkeep of this building in our meager way. Just spectacular. Jeep, do you want to say hello to the people? You don't know how to say hello? Shy mak. Okay, folks, that's it, short and sweet. Again, if you get up this way, there are multiple temples in the mountains. We try to find something to hike up to every day to get some exercise. A couple of weeks ago, we went to the one that's over here. You can see the white structure. That was a pretty significant hike. Let me see if I can steady the camera here against the building. There we go. That was a nice hike up. We try to find a temple in the mountains, and near Khao Yai National Park there's plenty of mountain temples. And yesterday we spotted one. Well, you can't see it through the trees, but there's one over here. Actually, I think it's over here that we haven't been to yet. We're probably going to do that one tomorrow, get our morning exercise. That's it, guys. I'm the radio mechanic. If you make it here to Pak Chong or Khao Yai National Park, you would probably come for the national park, but this is just a short drive outside of the national park, and a beautiful place to visit. You know, there are some more tourists, some local tourists. Spectacular place. Whoops, sorry about the fast swing. I forget. Take care. I'm the radio mechanic. This is the second structure that's on top of this little mountain or tall hill. And this is primarily for novice monks to come study their meditation. And while there's a great deal of sandstone cladding the outside of this building, it is not the same as the one at the opposite end. This is the parking area. And if you leave the parking area over here and just follow it straight up the other knoll, you'll come right into the main structure, or whatever you want to call it. Just figured I'd put this in so you knew there were two different buildings.